From heaven you came, helpless babe, entered our world, your glory veiled, not to be served, but to serve, and give your life that we might live. This is our God, the servant King. He calls us now to follow Him, to bring our lives as a daily offering of worship to the servant King. This is our God, the servant King. He calls us now to follow Him, to bring our lives as a daily offering of worship to the servant King. Come see His hands and His feet, the scars that speak of sacrifice, hands that flung stars into space, to cruel nails surrender. This is our God, the servant King. He calls us now to follow Him, to bring our lives as a daily offering of worship to the servant King. So let us learn how to serve, and in our lives enthrone Him, each other's needs to prefer. For it is Christ we're serving. This is our God, the servant King. He calls us now to follow Him, to bring our lives as a daily offering of worship to the servant King. The servant King.
The evening meal was in progress, and the devil had already prompted Judas, the son of Simon Iscariot, to betray Jesus. Jesus knew that the Father had put all things under His power, and that the time had come from God and was returning to God. So he got up from the meal. He took off his outer clothing and wrapped a towel around his waist. After that, he poured water into a basin. And he began to wash the disciples' feet, drying them with a towel that was wrapped around him. He came to Simon Peter and said to him, "Lord, are you going to wash my feet?" Jesus replied, "You do not know what I am doing, but later you will understand." "No," said Peter, "you shall never wash my feet." But Jesus answered, "Unless I wash you, you will have no part with me." "Then, Lord," Simon Peter replied, "not just my feet, but my hands and my head also." Jesus answered, "Those who have had a bath only need to wash their feet, for their whole body is already clean. And you are clean, though not every one of you." For he knew who was going to betray him, and that is why he said, "Not everyone was clean." When he had finished washing their feet, he put on his clothes and returned to his place. "Do you understand what I have done for you?" he asked them. "For you call me teacher and Lord, and rightly so, for that is who I am. Now that I, your Lord and your teacher, have washed your feet, you also should wash one another's feet. I have set you an example, that you should do for one another as I have done for you. Very truly, I tell you, no servant is greater than his master, nor is a messenger greater than the one who sent him. Now that you know these things, you will be blessed if you do them."
All the room was hushed and still, and when the bowl was filled, he stooped to wash their feet. And when it was complete, he said, "This is what I'm asking you to do. This is why I'm kneeling here beside you. This is what I want my church to be. This is what I want the world to see. Who it is you follow. Love each other, one another. Love each other in the way that I have loved you. Walk together, and whatever I've loved you. So love each other in the way that I've loved you.
When evening came, Jesus arrived with the 12. And while they were reclining at the table eating, he said, "Truly I tell you, one of you will betray me, one who is eating with me." They were saddened, and one by one they said to him, "Surely you don't mean me." "It is one of the 12, he replied, "one who dips bread into the bowl with me. The Son of Man will go just as it is written about him. But woe to the man who betrays the Son of Man. It would be better for him if he had not been born." While they were eating, Jesus took bread, and when he had given thanks, he broke it and gave it to his disciples, saying, "Take it. This is my body." Then he took the cup, and when he had given thanks, he gave it to them, and they all drank from it. "This is the blood, this is my blood of the covenant, which is poured out for many," he said to them. "For truly I tell you, I will not drink again from the fruit of the vine until that day when I drink it new in the kingdom of God." When they had sung a hymn, they went out to the Mount of Olives. "You will fall away," Jesus told them, "for it is written, I will strike the shepherd, and the sheep will be scattered. But after I have risen, I will go ahead of you into Galilee." Peter declared, "Even if all fall away, I will not." "Truly I tell you," Jesus answered, "today, yes, tonight, before the rooster crows twice, you yourself, Peter, will disown me 3 times. Peter insisted emphatically, "Even if I have to die with you, I will never disown you." And all the others said the same.
On the night he was betrayed, round the table gathered, in his hands the bread, the cup, and these words were spoken, and these words were spoken. "This is my body, this is my blood. Take, eat together, remember me. Remember round the table gathered, we'll proclaim until he comes. Christ has died and risen. Christ has died and risen. This is my body, this is my blood. Take each together, remember me. Remember me. Remember me. Remember me. Remember me. Oh, remember me. 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 Remember me.
They went to a place called Gethsemane, and Jesus said to his disciples, "Sit here while I pray." He took Peter, James, and John along with him, and he began to be deeply distressed and troubled. "My soul is overwhelmed with sorrow, even to the point of death," he said to them. "Stay here and keep watch." Going a little further, he fell to the ground and prayed that, if possible, the hour might pass from him. "Abba, Father," he said, "everything is possible for you. Take this cup from me. Yet not what I will, but what you will." Then he returned to the disciples and found them sleeping. "Simon," he said to Peter, "are you asleep? Couldn't you keep watch just for 1 hour? Watch and pray so that you will not fall into temptation. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak." Once more, he went away and prayed the same thing. When he came back, he again found them sleeping, because their eyes were heavy. They did not know what to say to him. Returning the third time, he said to them, "Are you still sleeping and resting? Enough, the hour has come. Look, the Son of Man is delivered to the hands of sinners. Rise, let's go, for here comes my betrayer." But just as he was speaking, Judas, one of the 12, appeared with a crowd who were armed with swords and clubs, sent from the chief priests and the teachers of the law and the elders. Now the betrayer had arranged a signal with them. "The one I kiss is the man. arrest him and lead him away under guard. Going at once to Jesus, Judas said, "Rabbi," and kissed him. The men seized Jesus and arrested him. Then one of those standing near drew his sword and struck the servant of the high priest, cutting off his ear. "Am I leading a rebellion," said Jesus, "that you have come out with swords and clubs to capture me? Every day I was with you, teaching in the temple courts, and you did not arrest me. But the scriptures must be fulfilled." Then everyone deserted him and fled. A young man, wearing nothing but a linen garment, was following behind Jesus. When they seized him, he fled naked, leaving his garment behind.
Stay with me, remain here with me, watch and pray, watch and pray. Stay with me, remain here with me, watch and
They took Jesus to the high priests. The elders and the teachers of the law came together. Peter followed them at a distance, right into the courtyard of the high priest. There he sat with the guards and warmed himself by the fire. While Peter was below in the courtyard, one of the servant girls of the high priest came by. When she saw Peter warming himself, she looked closely at him. You also were with the Nazarene, she said. But he denied it. I don't know or understand what you're talking about, he said. And he went out into the entryway. When the servant girl saw him there, she said again to those standing around, "This fellow is one of them." Again, he denied it. After a little while, those standing nearest Peter said, "Surely you are one of them, for you are a Galilean." He began to call down curses and swore at them. "I don't know this man Jesus that you're talking about." Immediately, the rooster crowed a second time. Then Peter remembered the word that Jesus had spoken to him. "Before the rooster crows twice, you shall disown me 3 times." Peter broke down and wept.
Now may the peace of the Lord be with you, be with you. Now may the peace of the Lord be with you, be with you. Now and always. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. And may God's face shine upon you always and give you peace. And give you peace. Now may the peace of the Lord be with you, be with you. Now may the peace of the Lord be with you, be with you. Now and always. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. And may God's face shine upon you always. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. And may God's face shine upon you always and give you peace. And may God's face shine upon you always and He